My name is Luke Bjorkland. I go to Reedsburg Area High School, and this is my prep profile.
Oh, just got out of hockey season. What's it like now to make that transition for sports?
It's kind of disappointing actually because hockey is my primary sport, but I'm looking forward to this tennis season and looking forward to training in the summer to get back into hockey next year.
Now, what's it like being a multiple sport athlete?
It can be challenging at times to get all your homework in, but it's nice to transition to seasons. It's something new, different coaches, and kind of a different perspective on things.
You said hockey's your favorite. How long have you been playing that?
I've been skating since I was like 3 years old, just kind of kicking a balloon around on the ice, and then I think I started actually like competing when I was about 5.
And I guess who kind of inspired you to kind of get in sports? Do you have an older sibling or your parents?
Yeah, my older brother's a big influence on me. He always played hockey, and I always kind of looked up to him being the younger brother, so I definitely look up to him a lot.
When you look at your time here at Reedsburg, is there some point that stands out, or what are you going to remember most, I guess, about being here?
Not so much about the school, more about like the people. I think definitely I made a lot of friends, and there's a ton of great educators here. But probably my biggest memory is either making it to state for football or hockey. Stands out the most.
And you have a most inspirational teammate, Jacob?
Jacob Klish, yeah, he was a captain of the hockey team before me, and he always just gave 100% and was really passionate about the game, and so I always really looked up to him, and he kind of was always the player that I tried to be.
Now, have you been able to compete at state in a sport?
Like an individual?
Individual.
No, I haven't gone to state for any individual sports, just football and hockey.
And what's it like that? And then did you go to watch basketball?
Yeah, we went and watched basketball. I think it's kind of the same camaraderie the hockey team had where the whole community kind of rallies around you, which is just awesome. Reedsburg's a great community. And for football, the same thing. Businesses had signs like closed for state football, which is really awesome.
So state hockey, that was your junior year?
Yep, last year.
Last year, and no. What was that like, the whole getting there and then the atmosphere? How do you describe that?
It's hard to describe. It was awesome. I mean, you can hear the crowd yelling, and we're co-op with the Dells, so it's just a huge crowd. And it's the first time either town has made it to state for hockey, so it's a big stride forward for our program, and hopefully there's a lot more in years to come.
Then you were there in football?
Yeah.
Was it sophomore year?
Yeah, I was a sophomore.
And when you go that early, do you kind of expect that you're going to do that more, or is it something that the seniors say, hey, this doesn't happen, you got to really treasure this?
I think that we were kind of counting on going a couple more times. Our team was pretty young. It didn't really turn out that way, but when you're younger, I mean, you still really enjoy it, and you hope that you can make it back there and be more of a contributor as a older player on the team.
This is your favorite team, the Blackhawks. Are you a big pro hockey fan?
I usually like college hockey, but I'm a big Blackhawks fan. Patrick Kane's probably my favorite hockey player. So.
Do you get down there to see games at all?
Not usually, but my family has Gopher season hockey tickets, so we get to a lot of Gopher games, which is awesome.
Gopher tickets? How did that happen?
My brother and my sister and my mom and dad are all alumni of the University of Minnesota. And we're just a big hockey family, and it just kind of worked out like that. We grew up being Gopher fans, and now we just kind of bleed maroon and gold.
So, actually, you were born in Minnesota?
Yep.
When did you move to Reedsburg?
When I was, I think, 3 or 4, summer going into kindergarten, so it's been a while since we've been here.
But you still get back for family vacations?
Oh yeah, Christmas and the holidays, both my parents' families still live there, so we get back a lot.
But you're not going to Minnesota, though, for college?
No, it's kind of hard. I mean, my older brother and sister both went there, and I applied and got in, but I really wanted to play hockey, and Lawrence, I love the campus and the facilities and everything, so I think that's where I'm heading next year.
And then what are you going to study?
Pre-med biology. My brother's in med school, and he's kind of my mentor and everything, and so I just kind of thought that'd be the path to go since I like science.
And what can you see yourself doing with a medical degree?
Hopefully an orthopedic surgeon with like sports-related injuries and things like that, since I've always been really involved and interested in things like that.
So have you had any injuries that you can relate to that made you want to do that? Have you had a knee injury or anything like that before?
Yeah, I actually hurt my knee in hockey season this year, but thankfully I was only out for 1 game and rehabbed it. I thought about physical therapy too, but I like the orthopedics a lot more.
And a challenge. And obviously as a 4.0 student, you take your schoolwork is important as you do your sports. Who had an influence on that? Was that your older brother again?
Yeah, definitely. My older brother was a big influence on that, and my parents too. Kind of from the time I was little, just not really expecting us to get great grades, but just knowing that we were capable of it, and they wanted us to do the best job we possibly could at everything. And so they were always kind of disappointed when we didn't, and I guess I just kind of, I don't know, tried hard with school, and things kind of worked out that way.
So the bar was set kind of high early, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, volunteer work, you've done a number of different things. What do you enjoy the most?
I liked my one-on-one visits at the Senior Life Center just because the people were always so happy to see you and just so grateful that you were taking time to come and talk to them and ask them how they were doing. And they were always just enthusiastic when you read the paper or bring them just juice. I mean, just grateful all the time. And just happy that the youth of the community is coming in to spend some time with them, which I really liked.
They follow any of the sports? They follow the high school?
Yeah,
Bit, you help them out, tell them what's going on?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of them said they've seen like clippings or things in the newspaper about sports, and I even had a guy like to ride motorcycles in my off time, and one guy really liked motorcycles, and he actually lives kind of by my house in the Senior Life Center, so whenever I get it out, I always drive through the parking lot because he said he looks out the window. So.
Oh, that's kind of cool. So they've had a pretty big influence on you, like you've had on them, you think?
Yeah, definitely. I think I've almost learned more from them than they could ever learn from me, just because they've had so much life experience. So.
And you said you wish you could meet Albert Einstein. That's a different one. Usually people talk about actors or whatever. You like to meet a famous scientist.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought that would be kind of different and cool to meet a famous scientist instead of a celebrity.
And you wish you could play the guitar? Do you have a lot of music interests? Or
No, I'm actually just, I don't know, not musical at all. I've just kind of always been sports oriented. So maybe in college I'll try and take some lessons or pick it up a little bit, hopefully.
What's the best advice you think you could give freshmen, coming in and what they have to look forward to in high school?
Definitely, I don't know. You can really look forward to everything, but I'd say just go into everything with an open mind. And if you want to excel in sports, just remember that everybody's going to practice every night and everybody's working hard during practice, but it's the extra work you put in outside of everybody else's time that really makes a difference.
All right. Congrats on a great senior year and good luck with tennis this spring.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your time.